Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You find yourselves trying to get your Craig Mac on and put some brand new flavor in your ear? Well, funny you should mention that because we have a brand new show that you should check out. It is called Pod Sauce. It is your podcast discovery show.
Everyone's always looking for a podcast recommendation. We got lots of them for you, from true crime to pop culture. And you can join us each week as we dish on all of our favorite podcasts out there. So make sure you download the Odyssey app and search Pod Sauce, or head on over to podsauce.com.
We got you covered, guys.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, it's Memorial Day weekend. We're going into it. Finally. It's here. And a lot of people
barbecue.
That's exactly what's going on, Steve. A lot of people got barbecues planned. And, of course, there was a survey done. There has to be a survey done. This one on hot dogs. And we never disagree on food. I did not know this, but apparently there is a National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Do you know who the president is?
Ted like hot dog.
The Ted Smith.
Oh, the Ted Smith.
And I'm vice president, but for different reasons.
You're VP of the hot dog?
Yes.
So VP of the NHDSC. Good job.
NHDAC.
Yeah.
For life.
That needs to be on your business card, Vicky.
Or as a tramp stamp.
I was about to say tramp stamp.
Fair enough.
It's a hot dog, and then like the relish and the onions and all that spell out NHDSC.
Right.
That's it, yes.
4L. 4L.
Oh, yeah.
For life.
Yeah. Bitches.
A slap.
Yeah.
And then you could have that meme of that woman with all the hot dogs hitting her face tattooed right above it.
Jeez.
I was going to make my own, but I like that better.
Okay, well, this is going to be an extensive tattoo procedure. Good luck to you.
You know.
Turns out what they've done is they've asked the world's biggest question. Well, big enough to the NHDSC, and that is, how do you make the best dog?
By having your friends cook it and then you eat it.
Touche. Yes.
So I can sit on the couch, sit on the lawn chair, and just wait for it to be ready.
Well, this was a short segment, but Steve came up with the right answer. Really, there's no better answer than that. Have yourselves a great weekend. We'll be back on.
Well, I mean, is there any better way than grilling it?
According to 75% of Americans, they say, no, Steve, there is no better way to prepare a hot dog but to grill it.
See, I do know a better way.
What's that?
On the campfire.
Really?
Yeah, because at that point you're camping, you're away from it all. It's over an open flame.
On the stick?
On a stick, so you're sticking there and you're just hoping that it doesn't catch on fire.
See, that's my problem with it, is that I don't know how to put things in a campfire without burning them to a crisp.
Oh, they're always charged.
Yeah, so I don't like that.
Well, you don't shove it directly.
Hot dogs.
You don't shove it directly into the fire. You got to let it like hover above it and, rotate it. It's a fun interactive process.
But that goes against everything any human wants to do. We want to put things in the fire.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I want to see flames on that bitch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want a flaming hot dog. I don't know if that's an Urban Dictionary thing, and I'm not scared to look at it.
I'm not looking that one up.
Yeah. Well, Steve, this Memorial Day, let's hope you get a lot of flaming hot dogs.
I feel like over the fire is kind of like a grill. It's like nature's grill.
Nature's grill.
I mean, you're not wrong, right?
Right? I mean, I can't argue that. It just,
Yeah. Well,
it's a less controlled grill.
Yeah. Yeah, 9% of Americans are with Rev, but again, 75% like, look, just grill them.
Yeah,
we don't need to go to Nature's Grill.
It's the easy way.
How do you guys feel about boiling them? Get a little bit of that hot dog flavored water.
Gross.
Okay, but that's
In New York, that's how I grew up eating them.
I was going to say that's like, and they're famous for their hot dogs. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'll have a boiled one.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a grill, though.
No.
Agreed. It is. It's really I think the lazy man's way of making a hot dog, because that's we had hot dogs and beans
I feel
a
like
week.
that takes forever, though. You got to wait for the water to boil. I don't know how lazy that is.
I was gonna say-
forever. You just walk away till it starts boiling.
You look at your phone for 5 minutes.
No, I mean you literally do nothing but go beep. Walk over, maybe catch a show, watch the phone, then you hear, and then you go, all right.
What was that? How's that go?
I mean, what work are you doing?
I don't know. I just feel like the anxiety and just the impatience, it gets over me.
anxiety of boiling water?
Of boiling water.
Yes.
Oh, this is
I'm
interesting.
waiting. I'm staring. I'm like, oh. And then it teases you for a second. You get like a little bloop. And then it's like, okay, well, when's the rest of the bloops going to come? And then you're just like sitting there and wasting time. If we're talking lazy, the laziest way to do it would just to be eat it raw or throw it in the microwave.
No, you can eat it raw.
Yeah, that is the microwave is the ultimate lazy, and 2% of the people actually do like microwave hot dogs.
That's disgusting.
I don't think I've ever had a microwave
They
hot
suck.
dog.
No, the
They're
trick with
bad.
it, because they'll end up exploding, is that you have to kind of cut a spiral into it, and so it cooks evenly.
That's
That
too much.
sound-
Yeah, it's too much work.
Way too
Yeah,
much.
that's a lot more work than, well, it's not as much work as having to boil them. No!
May I recommend getting a hot dog roller?
Dude, right?
When we did the
Okay.
big cleanup purge, the men's room got rid of the old hot dog roller, and guess who got it? Yeah,
You
this
have
gal. This gal. Yes, Danny.
Wow. Good guess, Steve. I
Thank
wasn't
you.
going to go there, but it turns out you're right.
Oh, so since the Costco hot dogs are boiled.
Are they
makes sense.
really?
Yeah.
That's why I go for the pizza.
I don't really have a lot of, I mean, honestly, when I go to Costco, it's pizza. I don't really do the hot dogs.
I do because they're so cheap.
Yeah,
It's like
and they're
$1.
delicious.
And they are delicious, yes.
Boy, Costco must really be then a very, very nervous place to work. I mean, boiling all those hot dogs. It's
Have
like
you
an
seen an
anxiety.
employee there? They're full of anxiety.
Oh, lots of, yeah. I can see all the people at the restaurant go, I wish I could work inside. It's not so stressful, these hot dogs.
So it's
This
a boil-
water won't boil.
Boil the hot dogs in beer. All right.
There you go.
Oh, beer boiled. I've had beer battered stuff. Why not beer boiled stuff?
I've had beer boiled brats. Wow, I cannot say that.
Say that
got
3
there.
times fast, son.
I can't speak.
Beer, beer,
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
beer boiled brats.
Hello.
Beer boiled brats.
Yeah, be
It's
very
not
careful.
easy.
Remember, we have a license from the government. Be careful what you're saying.
I keep saying Beal.
Well, it's because of Jessica.
Beal boiled brat.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Jessica Biel.
And she, of course, loves boiling her hot dogs.
Yeah, sure, why
Oh,
not?
so I said boil the hot dog, then sear it on the grill. Juicy and awesome hot dogs.
Oh.
Okay, now you've gone from, now we have anxiety and work.
Yeah, that is a lot of work
And then just throw it in the fire. And then you know what? You get the big 3. You're making everybody happy. And then put it in the microwave, and the country loves you. Yeah. All right, well, I'm glad we can agree on this. I told you, a survey that we all can agree on. Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Enjoy your hot dog.
I'd like hot dog.
We got a man that rented a helicopter. And why did he rent a helicopter? To turn himself in to the cops. Yeah, Steve will tell you about this guy. He's got the Migs Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs Report. And earlier, we were talking about hot dogs and the barbecue from Memorial Day weekend. But today is a very special day. It's not about the hot dogs. It's about the burgers. It's International Hamburger Day.
Oh, nice.
Wow. So enjoy yourself a Whopper. Or whatever burger it is you want. Maybe you go to Frugal's. If the line's not too long, get yourself a double cheeseburger there.
Or you can be like,
I hear
Danny.
they're pretty good.
Good call. You can be like, Danny, have yourself that burger pizza, the Pagliacci's Little Woody's mashup.
You sure can. It was delicious.
That's right. You had it. You liked it?
I did. You know, it needs a little bit more sauce. But
the fry sauce is what they use from Little Woody's, right?
Right. And that was kind of the problem is it's like crust and then straight to cheese. There's no like base of sauce in between. And at that point, I just kind of want them to put more. They do the drizzle of fry sauce on top. And see, I was just like, I just want more fry sauce because it's a little bit, it was not dry necessarily, but you just want something a little bit more. But beyond that, super good.
That's what I like about like when I get the Caspian over at Mod Pizza. Like they put the barbecue sauce as the base, but then they do the drizzle on top. The circular drizzle. You got to drizzle it on, baby.
Drizzle.
Drizzle that fry sauce. Well, maybe they'll go back to the drawing board.
I know.
What's going on over
Just having thoughts of that Mod Pizza drizzle.
Nice. It's so good. So enjoy yourself a hamburger today. Yeah, hamburger all weekend. Eat one every day if you'd like.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
Nice.
Giving us the freedom. Giving us the... All right.
I'm giving you the okay.
Permission.
Right, this story is it's crazy because it happened in New Zealand, and for 5 weeks, cops have been looking for this 32-year-old guy by the name of James, who was connected to an assault. He's been hiding out in the wilderness this entire time, or wilderness, as I said before.
Oh, yeah, the wilderness is where he is. Okay, now I understand where he is.
Finally, he's like, okay, I'm ready to turn myself in. But the way that he did it is pretty epic. He hired a helicopter to come pick him up and fly him to the police station. Now, before he went to the police station, again, in the helicopter, he picked up his friend, and they went for some champagne and oysters. That's a good friend. Yeah, I would 10 out of 10. If one of my friends said, hey, I have a helicopter, can I pick you up when we get some champagne and oysters? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing.
That's awesome. Sometimes that's how they tap out in the show alone. The helicopter comes and gets them when they're done being in the wilderness.
Maybe that's why he did it.
Yeah, could be.
Well, anyways, then he finally shows up to the police station, and they're like, okay, time to take you in and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, well, somebody did ask him, hey, how were your 5 weeks in the woods? And he says, it was pretty great. I got to do a lot of yoga.
What the hell?
I mean, it seems like a peaceful guy, but then you find out he's facing several charges, including assault with a weapon.
Oh, boy.
Wounding with intent to injure, and failing to appear in court.
There's that one.
It sounds like this peaceful. I like to do yoga. I like to fly helicopters and eat oysters. And also hit people.
Well, you know, people are complicated, Steve. They have many layers.
That's very true. This story I only bring up because I just love the news report on this one, because the news reporter had to say something that just cracked me up. I guess in Wisconsin, there's an issue where there's fake $100 bills being passed around. And so a business is like, hey, heads up, be on the lookout for this. So here's this news reporter in Wisconsin trying to tell us about it.
This $100 bill might look real from a distance, but up close it also has Chinese characters on the back. And it's one of 3 bills passed off Saturday during the Testicle Festival in Dundas.
Pardon me?
So be careful for counterfeit bills at the Testicle Festival.
Okay, they really have a festival called the Testicle Festival.
Yeah.
He had to say it.
That's where they eat the Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh!
Yep. Usually battered and fried.
Right.
Okay.
Which is Bull Boys. Yep.
Yeah.
Never had it. I'm pretty sure I never will.
Not as bad as you think.
That's what I keep hearing. Whenever we talked about the Testicle Festival, which has actually come up from time to time, people will text in and say, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, it's actually, especially if they're done right with the nice sauce.
What kind of sauce? Do you use the fry sauce from
peanut sauce?
I don't want to know. What kind of sauce, Rev? Oh, peanut sauce. Oh, okay, yeah.
Peanut sauce.
Misheard that.
Yeah, what do you dip them in?
I did ranch, personally.
Dip them in ranch. What about blue cheese? And you have blue balls.
There you go. I was going to say you can dip it in clam chowder, but I don't know if we should.
Ew! Yeah, why not? Sure,
Okay,
whatever.
Hey, congratulations, Washington. You're considered one of the rudest states in America.
Woo!
Yeah, that tracks.
How did that happen?
Somebody went through like a bunch of different polls, studied how often people swear on the phone at customer service, how rude people are behind the wheel, and how much people tip at restaurants. And they factored in some other stuff as well. And Washington was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6 rudest state in America.
We, well, I mean, I can
People
only
are
speak
fake
for
nice. That's the problem.
Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I've always thought that we pride ourselves on courtesy, but that's maybe in Western Washington. I don't know about Eastern.
What do you think is the rudest state?
Oh, it's good. Well, if it's not Massachusetts, I am very upset.
Well, Massachusetts, very close. Came in at number 2.
Woo! How about New York?
New York, good guess, came in at number 4.
Yeah, I know New York is not as rude as Massachusetts, but someone's ruder than us. Oh, pencil.
New Jersey?
It's gotta be.
New Jersey came in at number 7.
I know.
Danny.
California.
California came in at number 5.
Oh,
all right, BJ.
I'm going to say Pennsylvania because of those friggin' Philadelphians.
Nope, they actually are the most polite. No, I'm kidding. They're not in the top 10.
right.
Rav, any guesses?
Well, I said the one that I said. I said New York.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had any more.
Oregon?
No, that was it.
I don't know.
No.
all he had.
No.
Texas.
Texas, no. It's,
Connecticut?
no. It rhymes with Schmo Schmiland.
Rhode Island.
I should have thought it was, yeah, of course it would be right near Massachusetts. That makes sense. It's
Are they just
Rhode
mad
Island
because they're the smallest?
well,
Well, you know,
also,
people do have like a tiny person syndrome or issues.
Little state syndrome?
Yeah.
Plus, there's some pretty rough areas inside parts of Rhode Island. Since it's small, I bet that pretty much makes up the whole, because it's a really small state. So if you got 5 piss guys who are jerks, that's going to make up the state.
Oh, gotcha.
How about Washington, though, cracking it in there? That's pretty awesome. Good for us.
Good for us.
Boy, that really shocks me. But you're right, Steve. It's the fake nice. I never I mean, because I was told you better be courteous in Washington, but maybe that's changed. I mean, obviously, it has.
Well, you know, people are in probably in just a salty mood. The Mariners are not playing as well as we hoped, but finally they seem to be turning it around. Hey, they got a big shutout yesterday. They shut out the Texas Rangers 5-0.
Oh, the pitching's back.
And the hitting is 2.
Okay, then. We're on our way. Well, we've won 3 of our last 4, right? When you think about it.
Yeah, and they play again tonight against Texas as well, so hopefully that continues the winning ways. Last night I was watching some of the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh, man, Toronto had a chance to wrap things up against Montreal. It goes into overtime, and like minutes into overtime, they cough up the puck, and it's a 2-on-0 on the goalie. So it's just basically 2 guys in Montreal going down on breakaway on the goalie. He stands no chance, and they score, and then they're now pushing it to Game 6. So a lot of Maple Leaf fans are just like, come on, we just want to go one extra. Like, you know, they haven't won a playoff series in like 17 years.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine who's a Leafs fan, so I
tell him I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I won't tell him that. I will continue just to, again, as a Bruins fan, you know what we think of the Leafs. Not very much.
Sounders play this weekend against, I didn't even know Austin had a football team. It's a football club.
It's their inaugural year.
Oh, okay.
Can't say that word, but you get it.
Yeah, so Sounders versus the Austin FC in their inaugural year.
Yes, that's it.
That's Sunday night at Lumen Field.
6:30.
Are you going?
I am.
Oh, you're going to be around people.
Yes, and
Look out.
I'm taking Joey D's to his first Sounders game.
Forget it.
Wow.
Are you going to let him borrow one of your jerseys?
I am actually. He was very concerned about what color it was, so he could match his hat and shoes.
Well, that is important.
It is.
Yeah, fashion before function.
Yes.
Yeah, he gets that from me.
Oh, clearly. As far as weather, 63 degrees, going to be partly cloudy and sunny, and the weekend's going to be great, boys. It's going to be nice. Yeah. So have a great weekend, and thanks to Kia Puyallup for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
I hope you're right, Steve, because I've been following the weather, and every time it says, hey, today's going to be good, then all of a sudden they go, oh, maybe not.
Yeah, it seems like it kept, I was like, okay, now it's going to be super sunny. Kind of sunny.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, here's some showers. Yeah, so.
Is that partly sunny or mostly cloudy, which way that goes?
It depends on your mindset, man.
Yeah. I know, right?
And I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be sunny and 68 tomorrow, I got. And then
come on, one more degree.
73. Right?
One more degree.
Okay, well, I mean, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
And then Monday and Tuesday is going to be nicer.
Nice. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Yuri Gagarin was the first man to safely return from where?
Sand Strip Club in Ballard?
No.
The moon?
No.
Venus?
No.
To the moon! To the moon!
I just read it's 900 degrees on Venus, and I can understand why he came back so quickly. Yeah. I mean, he didn't.
He forgot his sunscreen. Dude.
Yeah, he really.
It's a little warm.
Yeah, that's what. Actually, first man to return from space. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We'll play Beat Migs at 6:47 on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.